Time for the exchange, we're putting the focus on the insurance industry because the insurance market is projected to generate gross written premium way in excess of 10 billion cedis in 2024. But this is relatively small compared to some of the peers within the continent. Now, more effort is needed by stakeholders to grow the industry at a rapid but sustainable pace, and obtaining or retaining a skilled actuarial resource is one of the difficulties the insurance sector is faced with. Well, accounting and auditing firm Deloitte has launched a school of actuarial excellence, seeking to nurture actuarial skills whilst complementing existing efforts by stakeholders in transforming the country's insurance sector. Here to tell us more, Richard Omari, Associate Director, Assurance at Deloitte Ghana. Thank you for joining us for the marketplace and for the exchange. So, I mean, how important is actuarial science to the insurance and pensions industry?
Thank you very much, Daryl. So actuarial science is developing a certain skill set who helps in the valuation of insurance liabilities. And so that's what makes it very important to the insurance industry, because the insurers, what they do is they promise people that in the event of something, I'm going to give you X amount. So now the question is, how do I determine the X? And that is why you need an actuary in there.
Yeah, I just wanted to break it down a little further for our audience who don't understand how this works, because, I mean, we're dealing with a lot of risks, right?
Yes. So for example, Daryl, if you go and then insure your business, what happens is that the insurance company will tell you that in the event of, let's say, a motor accident, they're going to pay you something. So now the question is, how do we determine that something, that amount? You need an actuarial person to come in there to help you determine that amount, yes.
Yeah, and so you see the need to put focus on that. That's why you started the School of Excellence.
Yes.
Tell us a bit more about it and why it's important in the industry right now.
All right. Okay, so very interesting. Before we came up with the whole idea of this School of Excellence, we have been assisting the insurance industry to implement a particular standard, accounting standard we call the IFRS 17. And in the process, you need a lot of actuarial exercises in there. But we realized that in the country, there were limited actuaries. And so that informed that Deloitte, we come up to develop actuarial skills in the country. So the plan was, okay, then why not establish a school where we can train these actuaries so that they can come out there to assist the insurers in the process. So that's actually what informed the Deloitte Actuarial School of Excellence.
What sort of training are they undergoing?
So yeah, very interesting. So they are going to undergo trainings such as valuation of these insurance liabilities. And then after, they want to also go through trainings on how to price insurance products, etc. So there's quite a vast actuarial trainings, models, and techniques that they'll be going through to be able to do all these things. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the duration of the training? Who qualifies to be trained?
Yeah. So I would say the duration is in two folds, which is very interesting here. So first, we are going to have a classroom session, which is going to be for 3 months. And then after the 3 months, we're going to get the participants to do internship with Deloitte for another 3 months. So that makes it more exciting, because now you have the classroom session and then you now have the practical session of the training. Who qualifies? So we are looking at those in the market already who are already practicing actuarial activities or actuarial science. And we are also targeting student actuaries, i.e. those who have completed their national service and are now looking for jobs. So we want them all to come on board. We will give them the skills and we will deploy them into the industry.
Yeah, and for businesses that, I mean, try to upskill in this area, how is that profitable for their operations?
Yes, a very interesting question, Daryl. You know, the actuarial guys are very expensive. Let me put it here. And so having to outsource your actuarial function on a yearly or a monthly basis can be very expensive for the insurance industry. So it is good if you would have one in-house who can be doing that for you.
So you're saving costs there?
Certainly, in the long term. they're looking at cost savings for their companies. Yeah.
Well, beyond this, what other contributions are you making as far as actuarial science is concerned in the insurance and pensions industry?
All right. So for Deloitte, we have the mantra, purpose beyond profit. So what it means is that we are not just looking at the profits that we are going to make as a company or as a firm. We are looking at what we can do for the society at large. So what we are doing is to say, let's develop the skills, number one. Let's give them to the companies to work with for free. Let me put it. Because they are paying something, but whatever they are paying is very, very minimal. It's just for the, some administrative processes, but literally not much compared to what will be charged in the schools. And yeah, so we're giving that more or less at a token, and then we are coming up with this wide market for actuaries who would be there readily available for the insurance industry and the insurance market for everyone to pick and then you work with.
All right, that's great stuff. And you're working with the National Insurance Commission, I guess, on this.
Yes, the National Insurance Commission has actually bought into it, yeah. And we have the Actuarial Society of Ghana who has also bought into it, yeah.
Great stuff. We don't often have you in studio, so while you're here, just one tip for our audience, something that's helpful for their business?
Yes, so for me, where I come from, I master International Financial Reporting Standards, and that is where I sit. But sometimes people say that those standards are complex and complicated, but when you look at it, the standards help you to prepare what you call fair financial statements or financial reports. So I would advise people to accept those standards and then work with, because it will help in their reporting. And it will also help when they need investors to come into their business at any point in time, because investors out there are looking for how are companies reporting fairly. So that is the little I would say. But then I'd also want to add that everybody must join the Deloitte School of Actuarial Excellence.
All right, Richard Omari, Associate Director, Assurance, Deloitte Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Marketplace and for the exchange. Grateful.